So good morning, students. In the last class, we have seen the model number 1 numericals and questions from the model question paper. So today I am going to update the same thing on your MS Teams. You can download from there and you can start writing the answer. So that is what exactly the thing. Okay. So now today we shall go to the model number 2. So the model number 2, the title of the model number 2 is the transmission characteristics of an optical fibers. So in this particular transmission characteristics of an optical fibers, we are going to learn about attenuation concepts, the absorption concepts, scattering losses, bending loss, dispersion, intramodal dispersion and intermodal dispersion. And the second part of the model is optical fiber connectors, here fiber alignment and joint loss, fiber splices, fiber connectors and fiber couplers. So these are the things which we are going to learn here. So now the first introduction part, when you are seeing this one, we can understand that attenuation, signal attenuation we are talking about, it is one of the important properties. Because attenuation is the factor where we are going to lose most of the signal. So if the attenuation loss is very less, then we can go for that particular fiber. That is what okay. So now so once we understand this particular concept, next concept we are going to discuss is the distortion mechanism in a fiber. It causes the optical signal pulse to be broadened. So now what do you mean by dispersion? That means what, one particular single ray is traveling in the fiber. So suddenly that particular single ray is going to get distorted in the sense it is going to be broadened. So now what exactly happens when it is broadened? You can observe whether it is broadened or whether it is a straight line. The quantity of signal is same. Then why you are discussing about, why you are thinking about whether it is a broadened or a narrow signal. So here why we are going to think about the broaden and the narrow thinking. So when you are talking about the laser signal, okay, laser is a monochromatic, straight, narrow beam. So it will travel to a larger distance. Yes, sir? So in a air, if you just during the night time, if you just press the laser beam, so you can see that that particular beam is traveling to a larger distance, and you can see that particular light incidenting on a particular object. But in the same case, you may use a torch light, okay? So it will be, the light will be spreading in a conical structure. So when the light is going spreading in a conical structure, the amount, the intensity of the light is getting dispersed. So when that happens, it will not travel to a larger distance. It will not travel to a larger distance. That is what exactly the meaning. Okay. So when it is not traveling to a larger distance, so we cannot consider that one. Okay. That is why distortion is a mechanism in a fiber which causes optical signal pulse to broaden as they travel along the fiber. So now if the pulse travels sufficiently far, they will eventually overlap with the neighboring pulses, thereby creating the errors in the receiver output. So now this is also one of the things which will happen. Why? Because when you are traveling, the signals are traveling to a larger distance, no? So there may be chances in one or the other point they will get overlap with another. So once that particular phenomena of overlapping happens, so what exactly happens when the overlapping is happening? At the receiver part, it is very difficult to justify that, whether it is difficult to what you call for that recognize that which is our desired signal. So that is what exactly the problem. Okay, so these are all attenuation, absorption, dispersion. Okay, so here all these contribute the signal loss. Okay, so the signal distortion mechanism thus limit to the information carrying capacity of the fiber. So here attenuation as a process, as a function, or else as a parameter when you are considering. So you can see that attenuation of a light as it propagates along the fiber is an important consideration in the design of an optical communication system. So here, since it plays a major role in determining the maximum transmission distance between a transmitter and receiver or an inline amplifier. So now here what exactly happens is attenuation, the first phenomenon. There are multiple phenomena which contribute the signal loss. In that, attenuation is one. So in that particular process of attenuation, a light signal as it propagates along the fiber is an important consideration in the design of optical communication system. One must consider the attenuation parameter. Why? Because it's a property of the fiber. It's a material property. It's a manufacturing property. Against it. It doesn't comes from outside. It comes from inside only. That is why one must consider this particular attenuation parameter. Why? Because as a property, even though you take a pure silicon, if you make a pure optical fiber with a very high cost also, there is some amount of absorption, okay, some amount of resistance, there is some amount of imperfection. So all those things will be definitely present. So that is why this particular attenuation concepts one must consider, since it plays a major role in determining the maximum transmission distance between the transmitter as well as receiver. So for a short distance, attenuation may not plays a very much important role. Why? Because so usually fibers will exhibit a very less amount of attenuation. So that particular receiver and transmitter distance is less, then no problem. But if the distance is more, then one have to think of it. So here the basic attenuation mechanisms are why that particular attenuation and how that particular attenuation is going to happen. The first thing is absorption. The second thing is what scattering, and the third thing is what radiative losses of the optical energy. So now here are the three mechanisms: absorption, what are the parameters and what are the mechanisms which contribute to the attenuation. Well, I will take one by one. The first one you take absorption, second one you take scattering, and the third one you take radiative losses of an optical energy. The first one, when I'm talking about absorption, and it is related to the fiber materials. So absorption is a property which is related to the fiber material. That means what it is related to the manufacturing process. So now here the scattering, when I'm talking about the second parameter, scattering, on what thing it is related to. The scattering is related to both the fiber material and with the structural imperfections in the optical waveguide. So these two parameters are contributing the scattering. What are the two parameters? The first one is what? It is associated both with the fiber material and with the structural imperfections in the optical waveguide. Please make a note of it, all of you. Write down the three things. The basic attenuation. See how what exactly we are going to write is you are going to write like attenuation is a light signal as it propagates along with fiber is an important consideration. Okay, the second thing that you are going to write is the basic attenuation mechanism in a fiber, or the first one is absorption, the second one is what scattering, and the third one is the radiative losses of optical energy. In the bracket you write bending losses. Okay. So in that you write that first absorption. In that absorption you write just a brief meaning. Absorption is related to the fiber material. See, absorbing means external factors will not absorb the energy. So what exactly which is there in the fiber material, in the whatever the manufacturing material is there in the fiber, that particular material only will absorb the energy. So that particular process is called what? Absorption. Okay, it is something like you are sending a water in a mud pipe. Okay, so obviously if it is a plastic pipe, plastic will not absorb the water. Whereas in a mud pipe, if you are sending, so obviously the mud will definitely absorb the water. When the mud is absorbing the water amount of water which you sent and amount of water which you received is there is a difference. That means what loss of water is present. That is what exactly mean by absorption. So it will not create by outside, it will create by inside only. That is what exactly I am telling. So in the optical fibers also, so when the light is been traveling, so some part of amount, a little amount of energy of the light will be absorbed by the fiber itself. That is called what absorption. Okay, the second part. So when you see the second part, you can see that scattering losses. So this particular scattering is associated both with the fiber material and with structural imperfections in the optical waveguide. So scattering is associated both with the fiber material and with structural imperfections in the optical waveguide. So here scattering. Scattering means what? When a light, a narrow beam is getting scattered, okay, into the many beams. That is particular process called what? Scattering. So this may occur with respect to the material what exactly we are choosing, that is fiber material. And once you choose the correct material also, there are some imperfections like manufacturing defects we say. So in the fiber, there are some imperfections like some bend will be there. Okay, some uneven structure will be there. So all those things, what exactly happens when the wave is hitting that particular part? Definitely, once it hits that particular part, the wave is getting scattered. So that particular process is called as what? Scattering. You please make a note of it. Scattering is associated both with the fiber material and with structural imperfections in the optical waveguide. Now, attenuation owing to radiative effects. So now here, what do you mean by radiative effects? So here you can see that the third parameter, what I am telling is the radiative losses of an optical energy, that is bending losses. The basic attenuation mechanisms in that particular basic attenuation mechanism, first one is what? Absorption, second one is what? Scattering losses, and third one is what? Radiative losses. So in that particular thing, absorption, scattering we learned, and radiative losses. So radiative effects. So the wave is getting radiated from core to the cladding and cladding to the outside. So that particular process. So here the ray is or else what you call for that light is not getting absorbed, or else light is not getting scattered. The light ray is radiating. Okay, so radiating the energy. So from what due to the what you call for that perturbations, like perturbations is what imperfections. So imperfections in the geometry. So how the wave has to be designed, how the waveguide has to be designed, how the fiber has to be there. So we are going to take care of that particular process, but still due to some or the other reason, so these things may happen. So that is what perturbations we say, that is microscopic and macroscopic. Microscopic means a small, okay, a small what you call for that thin or very little amount of very small, okay, without in your from your naked eyes you cannot see that particular imperfection, that is called microscopic. So macroscopic means what you can see, okay, you can see that it will be also very small only, but you can is able to see that particular imperfection. So that is called macroscopic perturbations will be there. So this particular imperfections, what exactly happens? There are some holes. Let us consider a small little hole is there. So if the ray is exactly hitting that particular part of a fiber, the wave will come out of the fiber. That is called what perturbation, microscopic as well as macroscopic. Here the energy is radiated. It is neither absorbed nor getting scattered. Okay. So you should have a clear idea that what I mean by absorption, what you mean by scattering, and what you mean by radiative effects. Okay, so that is what exactly the third one. Attenuation owing to radiative effects originates from perturbations of the fiber geometry. So please make a note of it. I hope that you people have taken this particular 3 points. So now we'll see that attenuation units. Take the heading attenuation units. So now one thing in the attenuation concept, we must understand this one. As the light travels along the fiber and its power decreases exponentially with the distance. So here the power of the light decreases exponentially with the distance. So that means what? As the distance is getting increased, okay, so up to some certain distance, okay, the light will travel correctly, but after some distance, okay, after crossing the threshold, I can say the wave is getting attenuated exponentially. So then that particular phenomena, that particular thing, okay, that particular attenuation in the terms of equation, if you are seeing, so if P of 0 is the optical power at the origin at Z equal to 0, that means what? One particular position of the fiber, or else initial position of the fiber. Okay, the starting point of the ray, I can say Z. So when Z equal to 0, okay, so P of 0, okay, P of 0 is the optical power at origin, or else P of O, I can say power at origin. Optical power at the origin is P of 0, and at Z equal to 0, that is the distance is starting point Z equal to 0, then power Pz at a distance Z is given by. So now let us consider at the 0th meter, okay, at the starting point Z equal to 0, power P of 0 is been incidented. So now I will go to the 1 kilometer, or else I can go to the 100 meters and I will check. So that 100 meters we don't know what is the power. That particular power, instantaneous power, is given by P of Z at any point of time. Okay, when you want to calculate the power, so it will be given by P of Z. So P of Z equal to P of 0 into e to the power of minus alpha into p to the power of z. So here p of 0 into e to the power of alpha suffix p into z. So z is the distance. Okay. So that is the equation what we are given. You can see that in the right side of the PPT. You can see that p of z equal to p of 0 into e to the power of minus alpha suffix p. So into z. So where z is the distance, p of 0 is the optical power of the origin. Okay. So here e of minus alpha suffix p. What is that particular alpha suffix p is indicating? So where alpha suffix p is equal to 1 by z ln p of 0 divided by p of z. So this particular equation is given by, it is the meaning of this particular equation is the fiber attenuation coefficient. So this is the fiber attenuation coefficient and it is given by units, but standard unit, scientific units is per kilometers. So per kilometer, and it is also designated by Napiers. It is also designated by what? Napiers. You can please make a note of it, all of you. So you please take down that particular two equations, all of you. Okay. So hope that you people have taken this one. So the unit of attenuation is Napiers. So now for simplicity, okay, for simplicity in calculating optical signal attenuation in the fiber, the common procedure to express the attenuation coefficient units of decibel per kilometer, and it is d1 by dB per kilometer. So when we are talking about dB per kilometer, designating this parameter by alpha, okay, when we are designating the parameter by alpha, so we have alpha dB per kilometer, so that is given by 10 into 1 by z log of p of 0 divided by p of z. So that is what exactly the thing. So now if you want to directly, okay, have an relationship between alpha dB per kilometer and alpha p, okay, you can take like this, whatever the calculations you make for alpha p. So you just multiply that particular parameter with 4.343. So in that case, what exactly happens is alpha dB per kilometer equal to 4.343 alpha p per kilometer. Okay, alpha per kilometer. So that is what exactly the relationship between alpha dB per kilometer and alpha p. So please make a note of it. See, in between the class, if I am giving one half a minute or 10 seconds or 15 seconds break, that means what I am thinking that you people are taking. That is why I am just giving a pass, nothing else. Okay. It is not like, see, if I am just going through the PPTs, what exactly you feel, you feel that, okay, this is the content, this is the content, but when you write it, you will understand. That is what exactly my concern is. Okay. So last time also I was telling the students that don't take lightly. You will be definitely having the exams. They were finally students. They told that no sir, will not have exams and all. They neglected the classes. And when I'm teaching the class, like you take this particular point, these are the very important questions and practice it, and they were sleeping in the home. They are not even bothered that what exactly is going on. So finally, what is the result? So they all pass, but with a minimum marks. That means what the student is having the caliber of scoring the 80 marks, they end up with only 60. So students were caliber of 60 marks, okay, they end up with only 45 like that. So those things, those 10, 15 or 10 marks or 5 to 10 marks in every subject is a matter. Please don't neglect it. That is what my concern is. So this parameter is generally, okay, when coming back to subject, okay, I think that people have taken the equations. So can I believe that all of you have taken the equation? Can I believe? So please take it down. Okay, equal have taken, I think so. I'll go forward. So now we'll start with the absorption. Okay, that is all about the introduction about the attenuation. Okay, so when they ask you about attenuation, so what exactly you're writing? Attenuation, like this, from this particular slide you are going to start. You are going to write the definition of attenuation. You are going to write the basic attenuation mechanisms, and you are going to express, or you are going to explain in short what is absorption, what is scattering, and what is radiative losses. After that, attenuation units. So that particular equations you are going to write it, and you are going to write the equation in terms of dB per kilometer. What is the relationship between alpha dB per kilometer and alpha P? That also you are going to write. Okay. So finally, you are going to write that this parameter is generally referred to as fiber loss or fiber attenuation. It is a function of wavelength. So attenuation thing we are going to understand. So next thing we are going to discuss is absorption. So absorption loss is related to material composition and fabrication process of the fiber. Make a note of it. So you just write like this, absorption. Okay, so you put a colon. So you write that material composition, fabrication process. So you'll understand. So it is related to the metal composition and fabrication process. So your absorption loss results in dissipation of some optical power as here in the fiber cable. Okay, as there in the fiber cable. Absorption loss results in a dissipation of some optical power as here in the fiber cable. Although the glass fibers are extremely pure, some impurities still remain as a residue after purification process. So whatever we consider, so as I told you in the earlier, whatever the material you take, so you think that it is a very purest form, but still while manufacturing, so knowingly or unknowingly, some impurities will be present as a property itself or else by the man-made error. So this amount of absorption by these impurities depends on their concentration and light wavelength. So now here what exactly happens for different purpose and for different wavelength. So we are going to prepare the, or we are going to manufacture the optical fiber. So in that case, what exactly happens is the amount of absorption by these impurities. So we are going to make in such a way that depends on the concentration of the material what we are using and the light wavelength what we are choosing. So these are all the depending parameters. Okay. So now please make a note of it. Absorption, I repeat once again from the beginning. Absorption loss is related to the material composition and fabrication process. The second thing is what absorption loss results in dissipation of some of optical power. Why this particular thing happens? Because of impurities present as a residue. The thing is what the amount of absorption by these impurities depends on their concentration and light wavelength. This is the thing. So now absorption is caused by three different mechanisms. Okay, absorption, now we can make a note of it. Absorption is caused by three different mechanisms. The first one is what absorption by atomic defects in glass composition. So here atoms, okay, so whatever the thing we are going to consider, those are made up of atoms. So the atomic defects are there in the glass composition. So absorption is going to happen. So that is the first reason you can write it. Absorption by atomic defects in the glass composition. Okay. The second parameter is the extrinsic absorption by impurity atoms in the glass material. So extrinsic absorption by impurity atoms in the glass material. The third thing is what? Intrinsic absorption by basic constituent atoms of the fiber material. So now here one thing you need to understand, what do you mean by extrinsic absorption and intrinsic absorption? So both are absorption only, both will be happening inside the fiber only. So when both things are happening inside only, then how do you differentiate? On what basis you are going to differentiate? See, it is something like this. So the intrinsic absorption means there is no, you just consider like that. There are no impurity which is added. Okay, it's a purest form of glass material what you have prepared. So in the purest form also there is some absorption. Okay, there is some absorption. So that is by basic constituent atom. That means what? In SiO2. Okay. So even though there is no other dopants, there is no other particular things which are present here, but still the SiO2 only absorbs, itself will absorb some of the amount of energy. That is called what? Intrinsic absorption. Now what is extrinsic? So along with SiO2, there are some impurities which are present while manufacturing the fiber. So that particular impurities will absorb the energy. So when the impurities are absorbing the energy, that is called what? Extrinsic absorption. You got it? So this is what exactly the difference, okay, in the extrinsic and intrinsic. So don't get confusion. Extrinsic means what? Presence of impurity. Impurity will absorb the energy. Intrinsic means without the presence of impurity, the purest form of the material only will absorb. That is called what? Intrinsic absorption. So now absorption by adaptation. So now these 3 points will have taken, I think so. So if you are not taken, I give you 1 minute of time. Please make a note of it. Then we will go on understanding what is the absorption by atomic defects. Okay, so you will have taken, I think so. The first one is absorption by atomic defects. So here atomic defects means are the imperfections in the atomic structure of the fiber material, such as well, chemical composition when talking about, there are some missing molecules will be there. So after that, sometimes what exactly happens, some in one part of the fiber or one part of the structure what we are preparing, there are some high density clusters will be present. So here atomic defects are the imperfections in the atomic structure and such as missing molecules and high density clusters. So these losses are negligible. Why? Because this will happen very rarely, and if it happens also, it will not having that much of effect. Why? Because it's a purest form. So missing molecules and high density clusters are not a big issue. So I can say that these absorption losses are negligible when compared to intrinsic and extrinsic losses. So this will also cause some losses, but the only thing is what this will cause less amount of losses. So that is the meaning of absorption by atomic defects. So we'll make a note of it. Atomic defects are imperfections in the atomic structure of the fiber material, such as missing molecules, high density clusters of an atom groups. So I can say write that absorption losses are negligible compared to intrinsic and extrinsic losses. So here next when we are talking about absorption effect is most significant when fiber is exposed to ionizing radiation. So you can write that the absorption effect is most significant when fiber is exposed to ionizing radiation in nuclear reactor, medical therapies, space missions, etc. So here whatever the radiation which is happening, the radiation damages the internal structure of the fiber. So the damages are proportional to the intensity of ionizing particles. So this particular thing results in attenuation due to atomic defects and observing the optical energy. So what exactly happens is when you are using the ionizing radiations, when the fiber is exposed to ionizing radiations, which you are using in nuclear reactor or medical therapies or space missions and all, this radiation will damages the internal structure of the fiber. Because high radiations your optical fibers cannot withstand, so these are going to damages the internal structure of the optical fiber. So when the internal structure of optical fiber is damaged, these particular damages will increase the attenuation due to the atomic defects. That is what exactly the meaning. If it is not getting damaged, then it is not a problem. Okay. So the total dose a material receives is expressed in terms of rate. Okay. So radiations unit is rad, we can say. So this is the unit for measuring the radiation absorbed in bulk silicon. So you can see that RAD in the bracket we are writing S side. That means what? Radiation went on the silicon S side. So this is the unit for measuring the radiation absorbed in the bulk silicon. So now what is the one radiations of silicon is equal to? You can see that one particular equation we have seen. So one radi in the bracket SI is equal to 100 energy per gram. 100 energy per gram. So what is 100 that is equal to, you can say that 0.01 joules per kilogram. 0.01 joules per kilogram. So please make a note of it also. Okay, now it's almost already timing. Okay. So today I'll wind up this particular class now.